What is going on? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's Thursday. I had to look to see what day it was. It's Thursday. So today is time for nerdy news. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I didn't brush my hair. So while the intro was going, I put on this hat. So now you can't see that my hair is not brushed. Look, I honestly, I swear to God, I just outed myself. Like, I was like, you know what? They won't be able to tell if I put on a hat. But now I just told you, like, if I'm not going to, run a brush through my hair and just, put a cap on, why am I going to tell you that I have not run a brush through my hair? It defeats the whole purpose of putting on this cap. Just outed myself. What the heck? Oh, well, that's okay. That's totally fine. Not a big deal. How's y'all's Thursday going? A new day. I know it's very disrespectful. Well, I've been busy. Ew, brother, ew, brother. Yeah, I've been busy. I've been a little bit busy. Look, one of my dogs has a little bit of diarrhea. So, yeah, I've been sort of walking around with him, taking him on a lot of walks because he's a little bit sick. Poor guy. He's a little bit sick. I probably shouldn't have fed him. Look, my dogs aren't used to like table food because I don't feed them table food a lot. It's very rare when I do. So I kind of feel bad, like eating something and then like they're both just like sitting in front of me looking at me with like huge eyes like, please sir, give me some food, please ma'am, I would really appreciate some table scraps. So the other day, whoa, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I thought my monitor just died because it completely went black. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen again in the middle of something. But yeah, I don't feed them table scraps. It's not good for them. So I just, like my older dog, Harley, he's the one that's sick because I gave him some chicken. Look, I had a nice little chicken salad the other day, right? And I put dressing on it. And I guess like it's the dressing that's not agreeing with him because he went twice in the house. And I was like, okay, yeah, he doesn't do that. Like that's just not Harley. So he was sick. So I had to take him on a bunch of walks, make sure that he's okay. And I think today he's a little bit better. But it's still not good. He's still kind of like sleeping a lot. So he's still not feeling good. And he's licking his paws a lot. I read that like when the dogs have like upset stomachs, they'll lick their paws a lot. So he's still doing that too. But then like the youngest, Georgie, my little George, King George, he follows Harley everywhere. And when I got him, he had like a skin condition. So he had to eat special dog food. He actually couldn't eat like a specific dog food that had like a chicken and steak or whatever. He had to eat fish. So I just like started getting him cat food because that has fish in it. So I just like would give him like cat food treats and stuff like that. And then he like eventually grew out of it. So now he can just eat regular dog food. But yeah, I rarely will give them table food. But the other day they were both staring at me. I'm like, okay, fine. Here, take a lot of chicken. So I was feeding them chicken and I regret it. I regret everything. I regret it all. So yeah. So anyways, long story short, I was outside with my dog and I have not brushed my hair yet. That's where the story was going. Okay, that's where the story was going. That's why I haven't brushed my hair. I was busy, I woke up late, did daily this morning, edited, and then, had to take my dog out a bunch. So if you never feed dogs from your plate, they don't beg like that. Well, it's not just me. Look, while I was in Florida, my parents had my dogs. Okay, they took care of my dogs while I was in Florida, and my dad loves giving them table scraps. So they learned some bad habits while they were at my parents' house. My dad just like spoils my dogs. So yeah, I kept telling him not to do it, but he does it anyways. Hi, Subhuman. Let's say hello to people. Who's here? Mr. Coconuts, what's up? Somar, Jero Studios, Jonathan Chesser. Oh, Jonathan, look, I have a confession to make, okay? So me and Jonathan are doing this duet, and he sent me his half. And so I've been trying to get my half to him, but it just sounds terrible. So I need to I need to like figure it out. It just sounds awful. Like I can't get the volumes right. So like whenever I go to edit my part in and it's a lot lower than his part. So I'm like, what do I do? How do I do this? I don't understand how I do it. And then I'm singing like the same song over and over and over. And after like the 7th time, I'm just like, I can't sing anymore. I need to figure it out. Anthony is here. Tasman, Jimmy the Cast, Tiny Metal Trees, A2D2, Sparian. What's up? Disparu, of course. Ahoy, Disparu. Celluloid Dream, Nearsighted Cyclops, Lewis, Mad Master Porky. Hello, Andrew. How you doing? All right. Okay. We're talking about some stuff, but there were some trailers that I wanted to look at. What's up, Dave Chandler? And Patrick McCarty. Hi. There were some trailers. There was one trailer that I wanted to look at that I pulled up on my phone and then I never even looked at it. I think it's called like, is it that one? Hold on. I think it's called Amber Alert. Yeah, it's called Amber Alert. That's what it's called. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I want to watch that trailer. Let me find it. And then after that, we'll talk about Snow White. That bitch. that bitch, Snow White. Talk about that bitch, Snow White. Making the dwarves clean their own home. How dare you? Dun, 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 dun. Here it is. I need to pull up some information. Hold on. So if you don't know, let me pull up a picture of this child. Hold on. It looks like this is based off of the case of Amber Hagerman. I think that was her name. Yeah, and Amber Hagerman. Open image, a new tab. There we go. So this little girl was abducted from Arlington, Texas. And she was riding her bike and she was abducted in Arlington, Texas. I believe that's what the movie is going to be about, because the movie is going to be called Amber Alert. And it's this is the case that led to her mom petitioning for better alerts when it came to like kidnapping cases. When was she abducted? Hold on, I can't remember what year. Let me check. It was in. Let me check. It was in the late 1990s, so around 1996. That's when she was abducted. But if more people were alerted right away, like this case had a lot of missteps and she would have been found a lot quicker, a lot sooner. So her mom petitioned for better like alerts within different cities and counties. And so that's how, the Amber Alert emergency system originated. So I think that's where this story is from. I mean, the movie's called Amber Alert, so I believe that it's a movie about this girl. Let's see. So I want to watch it because it looks like something that. Okay, let's see. Let's check it out. What's up, Zach? Hi. A horror movie about Amber Heard? No. All right, here we go. fucking volume.
Live one here.
I turn up the volume.
Bryce, 7 years old, yellow dress.
Okay, I'm starting it over.
I got a live one here. Charlotte Bryce, 7 years old, yellow dress, white shoes, pink socks. Abduction. Right in front of her mom.
Oh, it's not about the original case. Okay, it's a different one maybe. All right, well, that's interesting.
This is Sergeant Casey requesting an Amber Alert, immediate dispatch.
You got kids?
No.
It's Big Jake. He's turning.
You know what? There needs to be a movie made about the original case because that one is really good or interesting to learn about. All right. Well, I guess it's not about the original case. Nah.
5. Oh, I hate these.
Hey, look at that car right there.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, I think I see the car from the Amber Alert. Get closer. Go! We saw her.
You saw Charlotte Bryce.
We're trying to catch up to him.
We're doing like 100 miles an hour. If he sees us, he could do something crazy.
Listen, you need to back off that car.
Are you guys coming?
The closest available unit is half an hour away.
I've lost signal.
Are you calling them back? Are they coming?
If we don't find him, she'll be gone forever.
We need to exercise extreme caution. This creep is armed, and they're not.
They're down there.
This movie reminds me of another movie that's already come out.
What is this?
Ugh. Oh, that's creepy. What movie already came out? This movie reminds me of something that's already come out.
On the door.
Charlotte?
Ooh, that's creepy. Coming soon. This reminds me of something that's already released. Oh man, what is it? There was something else that came out. There was one with what's her face? Oh my gosh. The chick from Swordfish that showed her boobs. The girl that played Catwoman. What is her name? There's that one where like her son was abducted in front of her and she kept like chasing that person. But there was another movie too. Halle Berry, thank you. Halle Berry. But there was another movie too where it was like a group of people that were following like a kidnapped kid in a car. Like they got an alert on their phone and it led them like into a trap and the person who they were following started killing them. But like just knocking them off one by one. There was another movie that came out like this. So it's like the same thing. Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, there was another movie with J-Lo. Why did you spell her name like that? J-Lo. Is it J? Why are you spelling her name like that? There was another movie. There was one with J-Lo. There was another one too. It was just like a group of people who saw the car and they started following that car and then they started dying. They're like picking them off one by one. This movie looks just like those movies. That sucks. I was hoping that it was the story about the original case of Amber Hagerman. That would be cool. Wasn't it something like The Call? I don't remember. Jello. My apologies, Kraven Nazi. You're still doing it wrong. The Call. Was it The Call? Hold on. I have to look. Well, that's the one with Halle Berry. I don't know. I can't remember. But this looks like one of those cases. or cases. This looks like one of those movies. I'm disappointed. I thought it was something a lot better. But it's not. Boo. I'm disappointed. Super disappointed. That's not what it was. Are you guys going to go see Alien Romulus? It's already certified fresh at 81%. I might go see it. Let's see. Let's share this. Alien Romulus is already certified fresh at 81%, the third highest rated Alien movie, described as intense and chilling ride of terror, with sequences similar to the Dead Space games. Well, I've never played the Dead Space games. Fresh dog shit. Really? You're certified fresh. Well, thank you. I'll wait and see what YouTubers say. That's usually what I do. But this movie looked interesting to me. I kind of want to go see it. I don't like scary movies or like intense movies like this. But I don't know. I've been trying to watch scary movies like that. Whoa. Well, this was yesterday. Never mind. It debuted at a 97%. That's interesting. Fantastic Four coming to Fortnite. Okay. That's cool. Dude, oh my gosh. We have to look at the Kraven trailer. Kraven the Hunter. Excuse me. I've got the hiccups because I don't want to look at this trailer, but we're going to have to look at this trailer. All right. Chris Gore said it was meh. Oh, man. Said it was meh. Our expert Fortniter, Steph. Yeah. That's true. I am the expert. Why? Because I honestly thought the movie already released. I like quote tweeted it and I was like, I swear I already thought this movie had released and already like flopped. That's what I thought. I thought the movie already came. That's what I tweeted out. I was like, I thought this movie was already released and flopped. Like, I really did. I thought it already came out and was. All right, let's try this out. I saw a screenshot of the rhino. Looked stupid. It looked really stupid. All right, here we go. I swear I thought this. I think that something else came out. I remember talking to Mara about this too. Something else had come out from Kraven the Hunter. And I was like, didn't this movie already come out? It hasn't released yet? And then I thought it released. And now we're getting a trailer for it. And I was like, it's fuck. What the heck? All right, let's watch this. I don't know anything about this character. I have no clue who Kraven the Hunter is. But whatever. We're still gonna look at it.
When the man comes around.
I hate that. Just start the trailer. The trailer for the trailer is dumb. And then there's like a teaser trailer for the trailer like the next day. You know they do that? It's so annoying. It's so annoying when they're like, here's a teaser. The full trailer releases tomorrow. Why do you do that? Just release the full trailer on the day that you're going to release it. We don't need a teaser for a trailer. And then when you release the trailer, we get a teaser for the trailer we're about to watch. Just release the trailer. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay.
My son, we are hunters. The greatest the world has ever known.
Охотник, это сказки.
Сказки, правда.
Who's next?
I heard the noise of thunder.
Are you like your father? A gangster? A killer?
And I heard a voice, and behold,
Oh,
hell.
that looked brutal. What did he just run into? Did the log cut him in half?
Hell followed with him. There's a man going round taking names,
My son,
and he decides who to free and who to blame.
there's an enemy.
We gotta have that. We gotta have that. The body shot for the ladies. Come and see it. Look, body shot for the ladies. Come bring your girlfriend. I like the song though in the background.
Decides who to free and who to blame.
There's an animal stronger than you can imagine.
The hairs on your arm will stand up.
Tell me about this hunter.
Some are born and some are dying.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around. Whoever is unjust.
You think you're some kind of honor, some kind of code.
He'll be unjust too.
You're just another man
Whoever is righteous.
hunting for a trophy,
Let him be righteous still.
just like our father.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Embrace who you really are, son. And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Look, where was it? There's the rhino. I am the rhino. Oh, no wonder they didn't show a lot of him. Look, he looks stupid. Oh my! They're like, let's just get like a tiny little glimpse, just tiny. I wonder how much he's gonna be featured in the movie. This does not look. Looks so stupid. He looks like he's made out of concrete. I think someone just, oh, that looks ew, look at his mouth. He looks so bad. No, look at his mouth. What is it? It's a gray unicorn because they put the horn on his forehead. Oh no. Making the rhino look cool would be difficult. Well, he looks bad. All right, look, they stole that shot from the Ninja Turtles movie. Okay. Raphael did it first and he did it better. And the Hulk, too, the Hulk also did it and he did it better.
And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around. When the man comes.
I like the music, but that's about it. I swear, I thought this movie already came out. I thought it already came out. Whoops. My bad. Ugh. I'm getting yelled at right now. Sorry. Hang on. Getting yelled at. I was supposed to go have lunch with somebody last week and I canceled. They're like, hello? Where are you? My bad. My bad. What do you guys think of this? I'm not interested in that movie. I really don't care. They can show me all kinds of abs and I still won't be interested in that movie. Yeah. I thought it already came out. Thought it already came out. Thought it already flopped. Look at this grossness, okay? Was it a date? It was not a date. No. A due date. Everybody, was it a date? It wasn't a date. It was a friend of mine. I recently saw her the other day. She came over and we hung out and she's like, "Let's go have lunch." I was like, "Sure." And then I never got back to her. Yeah. It wasn't a date. It was my friend Priscilla, okay? Damn. It wasn't a date. It was my friend Priscilla. I haven't seen her in a long time. But we've been friends for a long time though. Like, gosh. 14 years, 13, 14 years. We've been friends for a really long time. But yeah, it was with my friend Priscilla. We were supposed to go out last week and I never texted her back and now she's yelling at me. Is she hot? Yes, she is very hot. And she's recently single as well. So that's why she's getting mad at me. That's why she's getting mad at me. She's like, "We were supposed to go out to lunch." Sorry. My bad. She doesn't realize, like, I am very much a homebody. I'll go on walks. But I like to be home. I like to be cozy. I have to be in the mood to go and explore, right? I have to be in the mood to go and explore. So there's some weeks when like I'll want to go out and like go explore somewhere. I'll be like going downtown and hanging out. But for the most part, I really like staying home. I really enjoy staying home. And the stream, Stephanie, go have lunch. No, I already ate. I need to schedule stuff with her because she has a very busy schedule. No, she's not yelling at me in all caps. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So yeah, but she's giving me the sad face emoji. Like, you never texted back. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So Steph's a turtle. I am. All right. Look at this. This stuff is so gross. Oreo and Coca-Cola are launching an Oreo flavored Coke Zero and a Coke flavored cookie. What is happening? What is this? It's an Oreo Coke collab. Would you eat this? Would you buy this? Steph is mean in real life. I'm not. She knows that I like to stay home. I kept telling her, like, just come over to my house. I'll cook something for lunch. Just come over to my place. I'll cook something for lunch. But she's recently single, so she wants to go out. And I have to be in the mood for it. This seems like really weird. This collab. It's a limited edition Oreo zero sugar tasting Coke. That sounds disgusting. Like, I was already on the fence, with their Oreo, with the Oreo cookie, like Star Wars collab where they had like the light side and the dark side, because they just changed the color of the filling of the Oreo filling. Not the taste, just the color. They just changed the color of it. But this is like disgusting. I saw a photo. I saw a photo. Hold on, let me see if I can find the picture. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Boom. I took a picture of like these nasty flavored. No. Oh man, they're not in there. Okay, well, hold on. Let me see. No, I can't find them. Okay, I had taken a picture of like these different flavored ketchups because Heinz is like collaborate. So there's like pickle flavored ketchup, sriracha, which is fine, flavored ketchup. But I was like looking at these different flavors. I'm like, that sounds disgusting. Why would I want a pickle flavored ketchup? That sounds disgusting. Like, what's with these weird food collabs? I don't like it. Let me look if I can find it. Flavored ketchup. Heinz. Yeah, it was a Heinz thing. Here it is. It was like, yeah, oh my God, I found it. Hold on. There's like pickle flavored, jalapeno flavored, which is fine, I suppose. Sriracha. Ooh, but like, why would you want pickle flavored? That just sounds nasty. It sounds nasty. Yeah, I saw it at the grocery store. I was like, ew, that sounds gross. Like, what? Stop messing with food. Who's going to buy that? Stop messing with food. So gross. Darth Gavel for $5. Hi, Steph. Living in Texas, the Amber Alert system is more annoying than useful. 95% of alerts are nowhere near where you're at. Well, hopefully the alerts go out to people who are near where it's at. But I mean, I always look at the Amber Alert. If it's not near me, then I will dismiss it. But like, they're very important. They are very important. And they do work. Dave Chandler, member for a month, got to run an errand for work, might rejoin the chat later. And Rachel Zegler is awful. Yeah, she's a bitch. She's a bitch. But this looks nasty. You gonna try it? Like, if you see it, is this something that, like, gets your mouth watering? Right? Is this something that gets your mouth watering? Is this something that you look at and you're like, you know what? I love Coke and I love Oreos. Let's combine the two. I know that there's people out there that will dip their Oreo cookies in Coke. I know that there's people out there that do that. They don't dip it in cookies, or they don't dip it in milk. They dip it in Coke. I know there's people out there that do that. Like, let's have some cookies and Coke. It sounds nasty, right? It sounds gross. But I know there's people out there that do that. Dude, I've seen Jeremy eat cereal and Dr. Pepper. Okay, that's weird, but I've seen him do it. I've seen him eat cereal and Dr. Pepper. Because he eats cereal like a weird way, right? He eats it dry and drinks the milk. I've seen him once eat the cereal dry and drink Dr. Pepper. I'm like, what are you doing? That's nasty. That's nasty. And then it's not even just this. There's also this. Oops, hold on. There's also this. Krispy Kreme and Dr. Pepper are launching a collab with Dr. Pepper cream-filled donuts. What the hell? Why are you doing that? Why are you messing with food? Or no, this isn't even food. This is like really terrible, bad snacks. Okay, these are just really bad snacks for you. Why would you do that? Now I know, like, I've seen like a lot of YouTube videos and like and reels and shorts about, the Dr. Pepper community, because they really love Dr. Pepper. It's like their whole personality. It's the only it's the only soda that they'll drink. If you forget the Dr. Pepper, you're like, oh my gosh, I'll go buy myself some Dr. Pepper because I don't like any other soda brand, right? But is it really like that popular that they're going to make a Dr. Pepper cream-filled donut? That sounds... There we go. Experiment to 626. I would try it, but it wouldn't be my first pick. I wouldn't even try it. Ugh. That sounds gross. That sounds gross. Pumpkin spice ramen noodles. Is that a thing? I know that they put pumpkin spice in everything when fall comes. Hot take. I do not like pumpkin spice. I don't like pumpkin spice anything. I think that it tastes gross. Nope. Melanie Mack is a Dr. Pepper girl, or a Dr. Pepper lady. I love Dr. Pepper. I didn't drink Dr. Pepper as much before I moved to Florida, and then like that was the only soda that was like in the house. I was like, oh, I'll get one whenever like I had a craving for something, for a sweet drink. I would drink one of Jeremy's Dr. Pepper, and then like I ended up liking Dr. Pepper even more than I already did. But I wouldn't want to have a cream-filled donut with Dr. Pepper. That sounds gross. That sounds gross. I already don't like Krispy Kreme donuts. They make my stomach hurt. Like, I can't eat them because they're that sugary, that sweet. I can't even eat them. I eat like half a donut and my stomach starts hurting, so I just avoid Krispy Kreme donuts. But this sounds nasty. So, like, Dr. Pepper cream-filled donuts and Coke flavored Oreo cookies. What is going on? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? All right. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, duh. Let's talk about Rachel Zegler. Let's talk about Rachel Zegler because she's a bitch. Let me pull up my tweet. Hold on. Let's see. She's a bitch. Look, I know Rachel Zegler's a bitch, okay? Like, everybody knows that. She's very unlikable. She's a very unlikable person. But I want to talk about Snow White, the movie, the live action movie. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about because that clip of her singing Whistle While You Work while presenting the dwarves with the cleaning tools, right, to clean their own house. Look at that picture of Snow White. Look at a picture of Rachel Zegler. She looks evil. And by the way, where's her little red headband? Where's her little red bow? What the hell is going on? Why did you remove her bow? I noticed that when I was editing this video this morning. I was like, where's her red bow? Like, that completes the Snow White look. She needs her little red headband. I guess it would look too feminine if she had that, right? She's already wearing a dress. You can't add the little bow too. You have to add that little bow. It looks adorable. The 1937 Snow White tidies up the cottage after the dwarves agreed to host her. Well, that's not true. She doesn't tidy it after the dwarves agree to host her. She tidies it up before they get home. But in 2024, Snow White tells them to clean after the dwarves return from mining. So yeah, all day, dig, 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 dig. The whole day through. They get home when it's dark outside. Like, they leave in the morning, work all day, get home when it's dark outside, and when they get home, they find this girl in their room or this girl in their house, and she makes them clean their house.
Now you wash the dishes. Now you wash the dishes. You tidy up the room. You tidy up the room.
She just like brushes at you, tidy up the room.
You clean the fireplace. You clean those cobwebs. And I'll use the broom. And he'll use the broom. Me? Are you?
That's Jay, by the way. Me? Jay's always saying he's happy, so he's happy. Me? Yeah, she like gives them jobs to do. And it comes across as like, oh, this place isn't fit. Like, I need a place to stay, but this won't do. Okay, this won't do. You need to clean this house. And then she goes on and she sings Whistle While You Work. She sweeps 4 times. She takes the broom, sweeps 4 times, and then passes the broom off to somebody else and just sings. Like, that's it. She doesn't do anything else. In the original Snow White movie, this is what's so irritating about it to me, right? This whole scene. Because in the original Snow White movie, Snow White was led to the house by these animals because she's like, I can't sleep outside. I need a place to stay. And she looks at all the individual animals and she's like, I can't sleep in a burrow like you. I can't sleep in a tree like you. And I can't sleep in a nest like you. Do you guys know of a place where I can stay? And they say, yes, we do. Or they don't say yes, but they're like, they nod yes to her and they lead her to this little cottage in the woods where she can stay, right? So she's led there because she needs a place to stay. But there's a reason that she chose to clean the house. Okay? She sees this little chair, and we'll watch it. So she says 7 untidy little children, right? Because she's assuming that little kids live here. And then she looks around the house and she's like, "Oh my goodness, the fireplace is a mess. They don't cook. Look at the sink. It's full of dishes. There's cobwebs everywhere. And it looks like the floor has never been swept, not once." And then she says this.
"Why, they've never swept this room. You'd think their mother would. Maybe they have no mother. Then they're orphans. That's too bad. I know. We'll clean the house and surprise them."
So her heart went out to them because she's thinking, "Oh my goodness, there's 7 little children." And she has every right to think that 7 little children live here, right? Because once she sees the dwarf, she's surprised by that because she's never seen a dwarf before. She's never seen little men before. But before then, she thinks, "Oh, there's tiny little furniture everywhere. There's shoes all over the place." She thinks that it's little children that live there. Motherless children, orphaned children, and she felt bad that they didn't have a mother. She felt sorry for them. So she's going to clean the house and surprise them, and that's what she ends up doing. She ends up, with the help of like her little animal friends, she cleans the house to surprise them. And you can tell, like, while she's singing, it cuts to like clips of the animals, helping her clean the house, but she's sweeping, she's dusting, and you can tell that she's, doing some work because she's like taking the little cloth that she's using to clean things, and she oh my gosh, she puts it out the window to shake it so all the dust will come out. So she's working. She is actively working to clean this house to surprise these presumed children, motherless children, right? Her motherly instinct sort of like takes over, and she wants to help these kids. Maybe they'll let her stay. She can take care of these kids. That's what you're assuming in your mind, right? That maybe they'll let her stay. Maybe they need a mom to take care of them. So I'm going to do that. And not only does she do that, you see later on when the dwarves arrive home, she's also cooked them soup. So she has cleaned the house with the help of her little woodland creatures, and she has prepared dinner for these kids, presumed kids, because she doesn't know that they're dwarves, right? So I wrote to take this out and have the dwarves, have her demand, or not demand, but like tell the dwarves, instruct the dwarves to clean their own house with Snow White not even helping. She's not helping. She's instructing them to do something, condescendingly, by the way. It deprives her of some gentleness and caring aspect of her character. They're taking that out of the movie. She thinks that she's cleaning and helping little children, and maybe they'll accept her, and she can, be a mom to these kids. And when the dwarves find out, that it's Snow White, she's so exhausted from doing all of the housework, from cooking them dinner, that she falls asleep upstairs. And the dwarves come home and they find her asleep in bed. And she wakes up and she laughs and she's surprised because they're 7 little men, and and then they start speaking to each other. She tells them that she's Snow White. They know exactly who Snow White is, right? They know who Snow White is. So I'm wondering, and I'm assuming that they're going to keep that in the live action movie, right? The dwarves are going to get home and they know who Snow White is. So to me, if they keep that in the movie, to me, that tells me, I'm going to use my status as the princess to, have these little dwarves clean the house for me. And they'll do it because they know who I am. They know that I'm Snow White. They know that I'm the princess. They know that I'm used to being, surrounded by a clean palace. Like, that's what I think. That's what comes to my mind. Because in the original, they knew exactly who she was, but she ends up like bonding with them because when she goes upstairs, she looks at the bed in the animated classic, right? She goes upstairs, she looks at the beds, and she laughs at the little names because their names are written on the bed. And she laughs and she's like, "What are peculiar names for children? They're adorable." And so when the dwarves get home, she's like, "Oh wait, let me guess who you are." And so she ends up like saying, "You must be grumpy. You must be sneezy." And the dwarves laugh. They're laughing because they're named after, their personalities, right? So there's, in a sense, bonding with Snow White, and they're like, "Well, yes, that is who that is. Yeah, that is totally grumpy." Or you're so sneezy. That's so hilarious that she could guess who you are, right? They start laughing with each other. And then she says, "Oh, I made you dinner, by the way." And then she presumes to continue to still mother the dwarves. So like she tells them, "Hey, if you let me stay here, I'll keep house for you. I'll cook and I'll clean and I'll make you dinner." And they get really excited. And she did that. She made them dinner. And so they let her stay. Right? There it's if she stays, they can go to work and she will take care of the house because she knows they can't do it themselves. She's seen that, right? But of course, they're not going to let the new Snow White do that. They're not going to let her do that. They're not going to let her keep house, make dinner. No, she's not allowed to do that because she has to be a very progressive version of Snow White. She's not allowed to have these feminine traits, these feminine characteristics of being, keeping house, doing feminine things like cooking, cleaning. She's not allowed to lift a finger, basically, but she is allowed to instruct them. Right? She's allowed to instruct them. She's not allowed to be motherly, but she will tell you what to do. That it takes so much away from her character by doing that. It doesn't make her feel kind, caring, gentle, motherly. It takes that away from her. So what is she left with? Why is she supposed to be the fairest of them all? Right? Because they're changing the wording in this new movie to not fair as in beautiful. It's fair and just. So how is this fair and just? Because I'm assuming that she's going to be using her position of power, right? The fact that they know her as the Snow White, the princess, and she's going to make them clean their own house. So she lives there. That doesn't seem quite fair to me, but it looks like that's what they're going with in this new Snow White. And by the way, it looks terrible. It looks awful. It looks like garbage. The dwarves look horrible. So they're changing the character of Snow White. They didn't give any sort of job to little people actors in Hollywood. They're making them completely CGI and they look awful. They look terrible. So all of the wrong decisions are being made with this movie. I think it's going to fail. It's going to fail. And then add on top of that the whole feud between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler. Nope, just bad press all around. The dwarves look scary as hell, though. Look at them. Look. He looks so scary. I can't stand the way Dopey looks. They did my boy Dopey dirty. Where's Dopey? Do they have him here? I don't think they have him in this section. Fucking look at Happy. They look so bad. They look scary. They look scary. I said the other day that they look like oh my gosh. Polar Express level of scary. That's what they look like. I said it the other day. They look Polar Express level of creepy. They just look garbage. They look terrible. They look terrible. Oh my gosh. And they're CGI, right? So if it was an actual person playing these characters, there's just a level of emotion and expression that they can bring to these characters that you just can't do with CGI, no matter how hard you try, right? You just can't do it. It comes across creepy and fake, and that's exactly what these dwarves are giving. I mean, look at this guy. Me? Oh my gosh. I wish that they hadn't taken down the full video of Whistle While You Work, but they did. They took it down. Maybe I'll be able to find it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. I have it on my phone, saved, but they took it down. I wonder if someone else re-uploaded it because it looks terrible. Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. Nope, it's all gone. It's all gone. They took it down. So many people were sharing it. And it's gone. It is gone. What is this one? Is this Here's it comparing it. Hold on. Let's see how much we got.
Just whistle while you work.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? They're going to take out my most favoritist wilderness creature, the tortoise. They're going to take him out. I just know it. He's not going to be in the new one. He's not going to be in the new one. The adorable little tortoise who has a lot of screen time, by the way, in the original story. He's got a lot of screen time in the original story. They're going to take him out. I just know it. They're going to take him out. Oh, they look gross, dude. Look at Sneezy. He looks so gross. Oh my god. He looks so gross. Oh. I need to take a drink. Hold on. I didn't want to show like the forest creatures seem to have less of a role. Yeah. Yeah. Look at my turtle. Look at him go. And look, she's actively cleaning.
So I'm a Mary Jane. It won't.
She's cleaning. Oh, and she's not doing shit. She's like, here, look. She's showing them. Look, you idiots. Pick up the plate off the floor. Look, I'm showing you how to do it. Watch.
I'm married to. It won't take long.
See, they pick up stuff off the floor. She's like, look, idiots, pick the stuff off the floor. See what I just did? It's so condescending. It's so condescending. This one, there's he picks it up and he's like, yeah, I did it.
There's a song to help you.
It's so they're making the dwarves like idiots. The dwarves aren't idiots, right? They're not stupid in the original Snow White movie, but apparently in the new live action movie, they are so dumb that they need someone to show them how to pick something up off of the floor. And when they do it, they get excited because they have picked something off the floor. It's so dumb. She's not doing anything to help. She's not doing anything to help. Oh my god, my poor Dopey. Ah. Oh, he looks terrible. They did the dwarves dirty. They did him wrong. Oh my gosh. And then she ends up like she swings Dopey. She's like, here. She swings Dopey into a broken table. She swings him into a broken table. Look. I thought he was gonna fall on his back when I first saw that. I was like, oh shit. She swung him into a broken table. It's so bad. It's terrible. I don't like it. Not one little bit. Yeah, I hope this movie like just falls flat on its butt. I hope it falls flat on its butt. I wonder if anybody else put up. All of the clips are gone. They're all gone. They took everything down. They took everything down. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not finding it anywhere. I have it backed up on my phone. But yeah, the fact that they took out that very crucial thing that she goes in there, right? I'm like, why don't they want her to like just open the house? It's very innocent when she enters in, right? Like in the clip that was shared yesterday, they say, I guess she's no longer breaking and entering, right? Because she does knock on the door and she's like, hello. She knocks twice. She's like, I guess nobody's home. And then she like opens up the door. She's like, hello, is anybody here? And then she notices like, oh, this place is really, really dirty. And then that's when she notices the tiny little chair. It's very innocent how she's coming in there. Like, it's not like I'm going to break into this house and live here. No. It's the way she goes about it is innocent. There's no malice behind it. right? So I don't know. It's really dumb that they're doing that, but that's what they're doing. That's what they're choosing to do. Yay. Well done, Disney. Well done. Someone replied to my tweet and said, we can't have gentle, caring, motherly females. This is Hollywood. And it's sad. It's very sad. Do you want to see this? Look, hold on. Look what I did. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. 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 Excuse me. It came out of nowhere. Look. Look, it's Jay. Look at the picture. Come on. Tell me Happy's not Jay. Tell me Happy's not Jay. Jay's always saying he's happy. I'm happy. There he is. He's happy. Dude, I've had this photo saved in my phone for like a really long time. I think this photo is like 3-4 years old. Because he's making Bucky, like he's holding up a picture or something of Bucky, and he's smiling like Bucky in this photo. So when I saw Happy do this, I was like, oh my God, that is all Jay. He's happy. Man, why you gotta do that? Please subscribe. Come on, that's Jay. You all know it's Jay. Me? He's happy. Dude, remember yesterday? Not yesterday. What am I talking about? A couple of days ago, on Monday, a few days ago, actually, it's Thursday. So on Monday, remember on Monday, we were talking about Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. And I was talking about like their relationship and everything. But then I was like, but this is Hollywood, right? People are always like thinking someone is one way when they're actually like the opposite. They're the total opposite. Well, like Blake Lively has this, let me find it. I need to find it. Hold on. Here it is. So she has like this, she's telling people that her co-star, Justin Baldoni, made her feel uncomfortable, and it's sort of like moved into, does she have a, hold on, does she have a some sort of like case, or is just something that she said? Let me double check before I share this stuff. Hold on. News. I have to make sure that I have this. It's just a feud. Okay, it's just a feud between her and Justin Baldoni. But people were thinking like, oh, she said that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable on set, right? That's all they had said. That's all they said was that he made her feel uncomfortable on set. So people assumed like, oh, what was it? How did he make her feel uncomfortable, right? All of the people that were like, like, oh, is it a Me Too thing? Like, what happened? What happened? This is what happened. There was a scene in which Justin lifts Blake into the air. Justin has a history of back problems. And before lifting Blake, he went to his on-set trainer and asked how much she weighed and how he could train to protect his back from injury. So this says Blake has told people there were multiple reasons Jason Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable on the set of It Ends With Us. Sources with direct knowledge TMZ says there was a scene in which Justin lifts Blake into the air. Our sources tell us the second incident that allegedly make Blake uncomfortable on set is when the two engaged in a kissing scene and Blake felt He lingered longer than he should have with the kiss. Yeah. That's it. That's it. So he has a history of back problems. Now, I believe that like she had just had a baby or something like that. She either just had a baby or she was pregnant, something to that effect. And she was self-conscious about that. Right? Like she was self-conscious about it. And so he made her feel even more self-conscious because he was just protecting his back and he asked how much she weighed. Now, I guess like it's considered taboo to ask actresses their weight in Hollywood. So because he did that, she felt like personally attacked. But he was just he has a history of back issues. He was making sure that he was able to lift this actress in the air. I think like in Hollywood as someone told me that like in Hollywood as a standard, you need to, as a male actor, you need to, if you're doing like this a role, or if you're doing like a romantic comedy or whatever with a woman in Hollywood, you need to at least be able to lift at least between 140 and 160 pounds. Like that's how much you need to be able to lift into the air. But like, I don't know. He's just like, I need to make sure that I protect my back. I have a history of back issues. Like, let me make sure I can lift her. Right. And she took that personally. So now there's not a lot of support coming on Blake's end. Okay. So now people are finding, interviews with Blake Lively. And like he's so Justin Baldoni, he has now hired Johnny Depp's PR team. Okay, and people are saying, "Oh, he's just doing that to make Blake look bad." But because she said something like that and sort of like left out the details as to how he made her feel uncomfortable, people were attacking him, right? And so now he hired Johnny Depp's PR team to help him with the negative press. But like, yeah, Blake is not, she's not a very good person. So let's share this. Oh my gosh, there's another interview, but we're going to look at this one first.
The topics of this movie. To us, if we're lucky enough to run into
keep in mind, it ends with us. I didn't know this, but it ends with us, the movie that she's currently promoting. But she looks done, by the way. She looks done. She doesn't even want to do this interview. That movie is about domestic violence. So he is talking to her. He's asking her this question from that perspective. Okay, so let's listen.
Of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak with you guys. But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you.
So he's saying people who watch this movie and relate to the topic of this movie on a very personal level. So domestic violence victims. That's who he's coming. That's what he's implying with this question.
This movie is going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could I'm just curious
about social security number.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm like, are we talking logistics? Are we talking emotional?
Yeah, like that was her answer to that question. What kind of an answer is that? He's asking like he's asking a very serious question. Like, you know, women who were victims of domestic violence, because that's the topic of discussion in this movie. You know, if people want to go see this movie and, you know, relate to this movie on a very personal level and they want to ask you a question about the movie, how would they go about doing that? What the fuck?
This movie is going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if
they're going to want to tell you about their experiences, you know, and probably, you know, thank you, right, for making this movie.
Someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Yeah, like he's just asking her, like, hey, how would you recommend someone approach you in public? You know, because they want to talk to you about their experiences or whatever. And she takes it like, what are you talking? You're asking me for my phone number? Is that what you want? Like, you want me to share my location with you? Like, they're not trying to look for you. He says, you know, it's very rare that we happen upon a celebrity. So what if someone watched this movie and just happened to see you out in public? That's what he's asking. Holy crap. And that is her answer. I think this lady who shared it says, watching Blake Lively, the plantation princess, be so flippin' cruel about victims of domestic violence is really something. You could have just learned the names of 1 or 2 resources for domestic violence victims and said you'd guide them to those resources, right? Like, you'd listen to what they had to say and then like offer them, here's a resource that I learned in my research for doing the movie. But no, that's how she chose to answer the question. There was something else that was shown to me too. Hold on, let me find it. That I'm just like, holy crap, she's a bitch. What the hell? Oh, here it is. So now all of these things are now coming out about Blake Lively, right? And how cruel she is. So Norwegian interviewer shares her nightmare interview with Blake Lively conducted in 2016 while Lively was promoting Woody Allen's Cafe Society. She says sitting down with Blake Lively and her co-star Parker Posey for Cafe Society is the most uncomfortable interview situation I've ever experienced. Is it not okay to congratulate someone on their pregnancy or ask another woman about costumes she is wearing in a film? So let's listen to the clip.
First of all, congrats on your little bum.
Congrats on your.
Okay, so she said, I don't know if you can hear it. It's kind of low, but I have the volume boosted all the way up.
First of all, congrats on your little bum.
So she says, first of all, congratulations on your little bump, because she's pregnant. And listen to what Blake Lively says.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
What the fuck? Congrats on your bump. She's not telling her like, oh, I noticed you're fat. No, Blake Lively is pregnant. And she says, congratulations on your little bump. On your pregnancy. That's what she's saying. And she's doing it in a very kind, adorable little way. You got a little baby bump. That's so cute. Congratulations. And she's like, it's like she took it as, congratulations, you're fat. And Blake said, oh, look, you're fat too. What the fuck?
You've got 2 nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you. You like the movie?
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
So she's talking about the costumes in Cafe Society, in the movie. And now Blake is like, everybody wants to ask about the clothes. I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes. Yeah, they would if the costumes play a role in the movie. So of course they're going to ask about, you know, the costumes in the film. That's like a very standard question to be asked to both men and women.
I would. I love Jesse's suits and
beautiful.
how
That's what I'm saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know.
Corey's wardrobe was gorgeous.
And now they're just talking to each other. Look at Parker Posey is just not even facing the interviewer anymore. It's terrible.
Those high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I wish men wore high-waisted pants like that still. Or their father with his tank top in bed.
It's so good.
It's just like that.
Because they're being now very condescending to they're being very condescending to the interviewer, because the interviewer is just sitting there because she asked her about the costumes that they were wearing in the movie, and now they're just like, oh, with the guys, the way they wear clothes, they're very interesting clothes, the way they wear their clothing. Yeah, it's like the clothes on sets with the high-waisted pants, those are very interesting. Being very condescending to the interviewer. It's like, Oh my god, excuse me, your elitism is showing. Like, what the fuck?
Feel the tablecloth on the light in the Italian restaurant when they eat spaghetti.
I didn't
in
notice
it.
that. No.
But there's
I
so
feel
much
like-
warmth of everything, you know.
Yeah, it's not just the women that have the clothes.
But
I feel like the women
Victoria-
get the conversation, but it's like
Yeah.
every detail with everybody.
But
Like,
yeah,
it's so,
it was
so
amazing
beautiful.
to look at. And then
Steve's
just
They're not even talking to the interviewer anymore. It's like two mean girls being rude to the interviewer. Like, sorry, we know what we're doing. We're being rude to you. Like, that's insane.
Yes.
What do you feel like is the biggest misconceptions about fame and Hollywood in general?
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of the how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you. So I think the biggest misconception I see often is people feeling like they know someone.
Obviously, right? Yeah, that is the biggest misconception, because we are led to believe that Blake Lively is a very loving, caring person, when in reality, she's actually a bitch. She's quite a bitch, isn't she? So she's not wrong there.
That they don't, because they know what the media has created of someone. And the disappointing thing is when you meet the people, they're always so much more awesome than
I love how she's giving herself kudos, right? It's like the media portrays me this way, but you know, if you really got to know me, even though I don't want you to get to know me, because that would be way too intrusive. I don't want you to get to know me. But if you ever did, right? If you ever like got the special chance to know me and to, you know, see the real me, I am pretty awesome. I am pretty awesome, by the way. But you'll never know that. Okay, because I won't let you into my life. That's way too intrusive. What the fuck?
than they're portrayed to be. I mean, that's normally my experience. And even people that are portrayed to be really great people, they're just a lot more complicated and interesting and nuanced and caring and thoughtful. And
Those are great people traits. I thought she was going to say, and even people who are portrayed in the media are actually really rude. Because she's portrayed in the media to be very nice. She's a nice person. You know, how could she not be? She's married to Ryan Reynolds. He would never marry a bitch, right? Like, how could she not be nice? So I thought she was going to say, like, even people that are portrayed nice, they're actually quite rude, because that's how she's coming across really rude.
that's always nice, you know, to see that your idea of someone isn't always who they actually are. But
I think that no truer words have been spoken by her in that little sentence.
that your idea of someone isn't always who they actually are. But
Your idea of someone isn't always who they actually are. Yeah. The interview thought she was going to have a nice, sweet little interview with the sweet Blake Lively, and she experienced something completely different and off.
be pleasantly surprised.
But we're just
Parker Posey is not even looking. She is no longer even looking at the interviewer now. She's not even looking at her. She hasn't turned to look at the interviewer the whole time Blake has been speaking.
You know, inundated with a lot of material. You can be if you have the internet of, you know, reading about these people and thinking that you know them and all that. And it's like the spectacle of that, of what we do as actors, that has risen a lot more in the past decade than ever before. So yeah, misconceptions, like, I think if you're rich and famous that you're happy is probably the biggest.
Oh my God. If you're rich and famous, look, we're not happy either, okay? We're just like y'all. Money doesn't bring happiness. Okay? We're not happy. Get out of here.
And we see
Look, that might be true. You have more money, more problems, right? But we can't relate.
that, you know, fame and success is a burden as much as it is a blessing.
Oh my gosh, it's such a burden. I have to go to these interviews and sit down with this interviewer who congratulated me on my baby bump. How dare you? I don't know you. Okay? Ugh. And then for them to ask these questions, what is going on? Why are you asking me questions about the costumes of the movie that I'm in? How dare you? Would you ask the men questions about the costumes of the movie that they're currently trying to promote? Obviously not. So stupid.
that would probably be, you know what I mean? Like, I think people think, oh, if only I was recognized for what I do. If I had a job and I could walk down the street and someone be like, you were great today at your job, you know, then I would be happy. But it's not.
Imagine being adorned by fans. Oh, imagine like fans actually liking what you put out, and then so they stop you in the street and say you did great in your movie. Oh, I just can't. I can't. I can't. I don't want that. I'm too rich and famous. Oh, people don't know. It's a burden. It's a burden as a rich person.
That's not the truth. It's I don't think that makes someone happy.
So you don't like strawberries, open cards?
That's my phone. Hold on a second.
No, she wasn't saying she didn't like it. She was talking about US.
The interviewer asked her a follow-up question, and she's like, "That my phone's ringing. Hold on. What the hell is this interview? Oh my god." Keep in mind, this interviewer said the Blake Lively interview that made me want to quit my job. They were so rude to her that she was just like, yeah, I can't deal with celebrities anymore. And now Blake, she tried to ask a follow-up question, and then Blake is like, no, you misunderstood what she said. She wasn't saying that. But the interviewer asked her a question because as, regular plebs, we can't relate. So we need a follow-up question.
What yeah. She was saying that fame or success,
there's a
money
misconception.
Doesn't equate happiness.
Yeah, no.
Happiness equates happiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
First of all,
Yeah. So when I said the other day that like you never know how celebrities truly are, right? Like I don't want to like compliment them too much because you never know how celebrities are behind closed doors. Well, we got a little peek into Mean Girl Blake. Yeah, that's terrible how she was acting in this interview, and then the other interview as well. And now she's getting angry because her co-star wanted to protect his back. So he had to ask how much she weighed, and that made her feel uncomfortable. Wow. That's crazy insane. That is crazy insane. I love this. Berjay. I felt bad. I was reading this in the chat. That was a good response for Parker Posey to help fix the situation. Yeah, Parker Posey knows how to redirect. Okay, never mind. I thought she was trying to redirect. She was trying to be rude. Yeah. They just look like mean girls ganging up on this interviewer because she congratulated Blake on her baby bump. That's so stupid. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Imagine being insulted by someone congratulating you on your pregnancy. Dave Chandler for $10. I'm back. I think the problem is she thinks she's as funny as Ryan Reynolds, her husband. It is a little weird for an actress known for her fashion sense to be so uptight about clothes. Take the W. I think she is trying to come across. I don't think. Well, I can see how people might assume like, oh, she's just trying to be funny. She's trying to come across as funny, but it's the way she engages afterward that shows the like it's not funny. She's not trying to be funny. She's actually very serious. She's actually very serious. Ooh, the Matthew Perry situation is getting wild now. 5 people involved in this case, and are arrested. Yeah, so let's look at the Matthew Perry stuff. Let's look at the Matthew Perry stuff. Let me see. I have some stuff pulled up. All right. So Drama Alert put this out at 12:22, like near the end of Daily. Multiple arrests made in the death of actor Matthew Perry. Remember, Matthew Perry was found in his hot tub, face down, was it by the maid or by his girlfriend? I don't remember. Or by his assistant. I think by his assistant. He was found by his assistant. And so now they were looking into it. There are a lot of questions surrounding his death. And some people thought, oh, he died of an overdose, but we have to wait until the medical examiner, the autopsy, all that stuff is completed. And it takes a long time for that stuff to be completed. So now this came out today.
New York 7:32 in California. TMZ on breaking news now, reporting that multiple arrests in connection with the death of the actor Matthew Perry. Matt Finn is up in LA and has got more on what we are learning early on. Matt, good morning.
Well, Bill, Friends superstar Matthew Perry tragically died in his hot tub here in Southern California last October. It was revealed Perry had ketamine in his system, and TMZ is now reporting its law enforcement sources say the ketamine in the actor's body was not legally prescribed. And there's been a months-long federal and state criminal investigation leading to multiple arrests, according to TMZ. Law enforcement agencies executed search warrants, seizing computers, phones, and electronic equipment, all to determine who supplied Perry with that lethal ketamine. TMZ reporting Perry had been getting ketamine infusion therapy for anxiety and depression, but the last therapy was a week and a half before his death. So the ketamine in his system was not doctor prescribed. We're waiting to hear from the U.S. Attorney's Office here in Los Angeles on this breaking news. We are putting out some phone calls, and we will keep you updated throughout the day today. Bill and Dana.
Quite a development.
So it was reported initially, right? It was reported initially that started and it wasn't supposed to start. It was reported initially that they found ketamine and that he was receiving ketamine therapy for anxiety and depression, and that he did miss a ketamine therapy appointment. Like that was already like reported months ago when he, when after he died. I think like when the autopsy or something, some results came in and it was found, they found ketamine in his system. So people were like, oh no, he died. He went back to drugs and that's really sad. But then they were saying like he was receiving those treatments, ketamine therapy treatments. So then that people started asking more questions. It's like, okay, well then if he was receiving those ketamine treatments, then how did he die from a ketamine overdose? Because other than that, the only drug in his system was, oh my gosh, what was it? Hold on. What was it? He was found with something else in his system. Oh, here it is. Hold on, let me share this because that's what I'm looking at. So the autopsy noted that Matthew Perry, he had no other drugs in his system and had been 19 months sober at the time of his death. There was no evidence of illicit drugs or paraphernalia in his home. The only other like drug in his system was the drug that like I guess addicts take, that he's supposed to take because he's an addict. It was like one other drug that he had in his system. So here's this report, right, from the LA Times. They filed drug charges against 5 individuals, including 2 medical doctors, in connection with the death of the Friends star Matthew Perry. The 2 lead defendants are Jasvine, I don't even know how to say her name, known as the Ketamine Queen, and Salvador Plasencia. Is that how you say it? Plasencia, nicknamed Dr. P, according to the U.S. attorney. They're facing conspiracy to distribute ketamine, distribution of the drug resulting in death, possession with intent to distribute, and altering and falsifying records related to a federal investigation, among other charges, according to an incident unsealed Thursday. Estrada said during the news conference Thursday that the defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction to enrich themselves. These defendants were more interested in profiting off of Mr. Perry than caring about his well-being. The group distributed 20 vials of ketamine to Perry for $55,000 in cash. That is a lot. Holy crap. My question is, I'm wondering if, because he like missed that ketamine therapy, if he was like, because there's 2 doctors being charged, right? I'm wondering if because he missed that ketamine therapy, if he got with like this doctor was like, hey, I missed my therapy. Can you help me with this? right? Because I missed my therapy session, or because 19 years sober, that's insane to just like 19 years sober and go back to ketamine. Like that just seems odd considering when he was doing drugs. I can't, what were the drugs that he was doing? Hold on. It's been so long since I've actually read his memoir. I can't remember what the drugs were, but excuse me. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Hold on. Okay, so he, at the height of his career, he was battling a severe addiction to alcohol and opioids, specifically Vicodin. His addiction to Vicodin only grew, and he was taking up to 55 pills a day. So, like, that was his drug of choice, were opioids. His polysubstance addiction was also encompassing that he admitted to being unable to even remember filming seasons 3 through 6 of Friends. That is insane. That's crazy. I remember reading that. So like that, those were his drugs of choice, right? Opioids, and he battled alcohol, but he was 19 years sober. So going back, you would think that like if you're going back to a drug, you're going back to a drug that you're familiar with. So ketamine is usually prescribed as an alternative to addictive opioids, but hold on. But it's meant to treat, it's meant to treat depression and pain. So he's taking these drugs like as with instruction like from a doctor. It looks like that's how he's been taking this ketamine. So I'm wondering if like since he missed his ketamine therapy session, if he asked the doctor like, "Hey, I need this, right? Can you help me get it because I missed my appointment?" And then they gave him 20 vials of ketamine. That's crazy. Holy shit. Sources told the Times that several search warrants were served on targets of the investigation and evidence was seized. Perry was found dead in the bathtub or in the hot tub of a swimming pool with trace amounts of ketamine, which is sometimes used to treat depression, were found in his stomach. But the levels found in his blood was about the same as would be used during general anesthesia. That's a lot of ketamine. The police had linked several people to the procurement of the ketamine. The drug in Perry's system caused cardiovascular overstimulation and respiratory depression, the medical examiner reported. Other contributing factors in his death included drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of... Oh, that's the other drug that he had in his system. I don't even know how to say that. Buprenorphine? Buprenorphine, is that how you say it? A medication used to treat opioid use disorder. So usually like when you're addicted to opioids, that is it's a lifelong struggle. It's a lifelong struggle, and like in order to like people who are abusing opioids and addicted to opioids, it's very hard to get off of opioids. And like you have to take daily medication that you have to take to help your brain heal from opioid addiction. And it looks like this is the drug that he's been taking to treat his opioid use disorder. Because that is it's a lifelong struggle. If you abuse opioids and you get addicted to opioids, like it's very hard to get off of opioids once you're addicted. It's extremely hard. It's been reported that it's one of the hardest drugs to stop using. because like once you use it, your body just needs it. It needs it. It's one of the hardest drugs to kick, and you never like fully, you can never fully kick it, which is why when you're in which is why like when you are in opioid use recovery, and you go to what is it, rehabilitation clinics, they often recommend that you take like this other medicine to help you, to help. It's like a different type of drug to help treat your opioid disorder. But that's why there was such like a rise in opioid use. There's like the opioid, like the epidemic. It was so big because it's so easy to get addicted to opioids, and it's so hard to kick that addiction. So that's why there was such a quick rise of it, because doctors were just prescribing it. And if you haven't seen, look, there are 2 movies that I highly recommend watching. They're great. One of them is on Hulu. The other one is on Netflix. One is called Painkiller. That's the one on Netflix. And I think that one has Matthew Broderick. And it's all about is it the Statler family? What is the name? They're credited with starting the opioid epidemic. The Sackler family, not Statler. The Sackler family. So it's all about how what is it called? I can't remember what it was called, but it's all about the Sackler family and the drug that they created that's basically heroin in a pill. So that one, and then the other one on Hulu, it stars Michael Keaton, and that one's really good too. What is that one called? Dope Sick. That one is called Dope Sick. Both movies are excellent. One is a movie, it's like a 3-part movie, I think, and then the other one is like an 8-part series. So both of them are so good. They are so good. There's another one. That those 2 deal with the Sackler family and OxyContin, right? And the rise of the opioid epidemic. Like that's that one. And then there's another one that stars, what is his name? Chris Evans. Okay, there's another one that stars Chris Evans and Emily Blunt, and that one is called Painkillers. That one is on Netflix as well. That one deals with it's the other drug. That one is called Pain Hustlers. That one is really good. But that one is that one deals with a different drug. The drug that came after OxyContin. I can't remember what drug came after it, but it's still an opioid one. It's still an opioid drug, but that one is really good too. That one is really, really, really good too. So that one deals with, it's not the Sackler family, but that one is Insys Therapeutics and their role in the opioid crisis, how they played a role in the opioid crisis. Those 3 movies are so good. They're so eye-opening. Yeah, they're excellent. I was talking to Carrie Smith about those movies because we both kind of found them and watched them at the same time. And we had like this long conversation about them. Those movies are excellent. So all 3 movies are really, really, really good. They don't get a lot of attention. They should, but they don't. So yeah, Matthew Perry, that's insane. I don't know. Like it's so odd to me that someone, who's been sober for 19 years, who gets ketamine treatments, just like has a lot of ketamine in their system like that. I wonder if there was confusion in the way, because 2 doctors were arrested, mind you. So I'm wondering if there was like some confusion in like the amount of like ketamine therapy that he was receiving and the amount of the ketamine that the doctor gave him to take, right? I wonder if there's some confusion there and he accidentally injected himself with an exorbitant amount of ketamine, thinking that it was the same amount of ketamine that he used in his ketamine therapy sessions. Like that's what I'm wondering. Because it seems like he took his sobriety very seriously. So it's just odd to me how someone who's been extremely outspoken about being sober, maintaining their sobriety, and also helps other people and wants to be known, right, after they pass away, not just for friends, but for the work that they've done in, bringing awareness to people to addiction and doing so much work on, staying sober and helping other people maintain sobriety. He wanted to be known for that after he passed away, not just friends. So it's like, it's so confusing to me as to like why someone who wants to be known for that, and he had just put out his memoir as well, right? And hoping to bring even more awareness about, people struggling with sobriety. Why he could just it's just so odd to me that like, oh, okay, well, one day here, I'm just going to take this drug and just like die from an overdose. That doesn't seem right to me. I think that they're absolutely 100% correct in that they took advantage of making a buck off of Matthew Perry and gave him the wrong amount to take. I don't know. That's just me, my little conspiracy mind at work, because he could very well have just fallen off the wagon, unfortunately, and being 19 years sober, your body's not used to that amount of drug in your system. So, it goes into overdrive. We saw that happen with Corey Monteith. When Corey Monteith died of an overdose, right? He died of a heroin overdose. And he was sober for a really long time. And what happens when you get sober is your body, you get used to taking a lot. So like if Matthew Perry was taking, 55 pills a day, right? In the height of his opioid addiction. And then he got sober. He got sober for like 6 months or a year, and then went back and took 55 pills because he knows how it feels, right? And he thinks that his body can continue to take it. He'll die from an overdose easy, right? That's what happened to Corey Monteith when he went back. He had a heroin addiction. Nobody even knew that. When that came out, that was shocking to a lot of people. So what happened was he got clean and sober, and then when he went to like go visit his friends, he took an accidental amount of heroin that he thought he was used to. But because he became clean and sober, his body was no longer used to that amount, so he ended up overdosing. So like that could be what happened here. He was clean and sober for 19 years and then thinking, oh, I can handle this amount, and he ended up dying. That could very well be what happened, but my money is on, they prescribed him the wrong amount of ketamine, and he ended up accidentally passing away, because I don't believe that he would just throw out 19 years of sobriety. I don't believe that at all. I know this is depressing. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to stop now. I'm going to stop now. But yeah, if you're interested in those three movies are excellent. I highly recommend them. I've watched all three of them multiple times because they are just that good. They are just that good. Brush your hair next time, shawty. So not bussin' for real, yo. It's giving low riz Mexicutie shit. Oh my gosh. This is interesting. Okay, so wait, what is this? Why do I have this up? Oh, so Tom Cruise became like the first person or the first Hollywood celebrity to touch the Hollywood sign. I don't know why I pulled this up for that. Is he on there? I need to look. I saw this and like clicked on it. And now I want to see what it. I kind of want to share this just because I think it's interesting to me. Remember the Tom Cruise, the Olympic stunt that he did, how Tom Cruise pulled off the Olympic closing ceremony stunt. Oh, okay. Now you're not going to play. Now you're really not going to play. Sure. Now that I shared it, you're not going to play. Oh, well, there it goes. And there's an ad. You stupid piece of shit. You stupid piece of shit. When I share it, you don't play. You don't even put your volume. Nothing. All right, hold on. Language. What do you want me to do about my language? This is how I am. This is how I am. Accept it. My brother's texting me. My brothers were picking on me the other day. They haven't stopped.
NBC4's Robert Kovacic, that was a behind-the-scenes look at exactly how Tom Cruise pulled off this stuff.
Why are you doing that? You know what? Fix your news site. No, I think it's a StreamYards issue. I just know it is.
Color moment.
His appearance, the signal.
Oh, okay. We're just not gonna watch it. What? It's StreamYards because it's playing. Once I stop sharing, it is playing. Okay, so I guess you're not supposed to touch the Hollywood sign. You're not allowed up there. For the special moment, the movie star was able to do something that is typically not allowed. Touch the Hollywood sign. You're not allowed to do that. But he was allowed to do it. It was risky business to conceal the recording. I guess he was allowed to do it. Okay. Dude, hold on. I just saw this. I don't care about price. Dude, more arrests have been made in connection with Matthew Perry's death, including doctors and his personal assistant. Didn't his personal assistant find him? Hold on. I have to read this really quickly. Wasn't it his personal assistant that found him? That's it. That's all it says. A prosecutor says 5 people have been charged in connection with Matthew Perry's death from a ketamine overdose, including the actor's assistant and 2 doctors. His personal assistant found him, and like even after she found him, she was like posting on her Instagram. I remember looking at her Instagram. She was like posting on her Instagram about how sad that she was. And like Matthew Perry even talked about her in his memoir and how much he trusted her and loved her. Like he had nothing but good things to say about her. And I think he even posted on his Instagram about his assistant and how much he cared and trusted for her. That's insane that she was also arrested. I'm shocked. Jaws on the floor. Wow. What the heck? What the heck? That's crazy. Yup, that's crazy. Did y'all see this? Facebook is now censoring posts promoting the new Reagan movie. The content will be something as simple as a Reagan quote about how America's best days are ahead of us. Reagan won 49 out of 50 states, but Facebook will say these posts can't be boosted. After media pressure, Facebook said these restrictions were an error. Funny how these errors only seem to go in one direction. Let me pull up Dennis Quaid's article. Hold on. So Dennis Quaid says Facebook is censoring the free flow of ideas, throttling Reagan movie promos. Actor Dennis Quaid said that Facebook has been throttling advertising for his upcoming film Reagan, due out in theaters late August. In a letter sent to Newsweek, Quaid said Facebook is once again censoring the free flow of ideas, deciding what's best for us to see and hear. Only this time it's throttling advertising and promotion for my movie about Ronald Reagan. Like the old Soviet Union, we are turning into a country of tech oligarchs who control the platform of groupthink to silence the individual or other groups, he continued, noting that no one at Facebook had even seen the movie yet. In addition to Quaid's complaints on the issue, Director of Digital Marketing Eric McClellan sent a letter directly to Mark Zuckerberg. In the letter, he cited a particularly egregious example of Facebook's attempt to quell their advertising. The ad in question, McClellan wrote, was nothing more than a photo of Quaid with his movie title Reagan and the quote from the late President Reagan. Don't let anyone tell you that America's best days are behind her, that the American spirit has been vanquished. We've seen it triumph too often in our lives not to believe it now. According to Newsweek, Facebook did not allow them to publish the post, but refused to allow them to pay to boost it in order to achieve a greater reach. Wow. The reason given for the denial, McClellan says, was as follows. The ad mentions politicians or is about sensitive issues that could influence public opinion, how people vote, and may impact the outcome of an election pending legislation. They haven't even seen the movie yet. This is just movie promotion. That's all it is. Zuckerberg is ultimately responsible for all of this because his company says it might influence the presidential election. But the last time Ronald Reagan's name was on the ballot was 40 years ago. My challenge to Facebook is to ask if any of these tactics were used against other recent presidential biopics like Lincoln, LBJ, or South Side with You, a film about President Barack Obama, which was also released during an election year. Probably not, right? Reagan is scheduled to release in theaters August 30th. Yeah, so like that's all they wanted to do was market their movie, and Facebook didn't allow them because let's face it, there is no American spirit when it comes to liberals in this country. Like there's none, right? If you promote something to be like pro-American, that's you promoting hatred pretty much. People are insulted by the American flag nowadays, right? So why would they promote anything that is pro-America? No, they wouldn't do that. And it's very sad that we've gotten to this point in our country where to be pro-America, that means that you're basically an alt-right personality, right? You're like you're a Nazi. You're a bad person if you're pro-America. If you have pride in the country, in your country, you're a bad person. This is insane. Censoring the free flow of ideas. That is crazy. That is insane. That is crazy. I doubt that they did the same thing for South Side with You, which is a president about Barack Obama that released during the election year. I doubt they did it. Facebook is very, very left leaning, right, politically. So of course they would never censor that, saying it might influence the presidential decision or something like that. Like they would never do that to that movie. But with this movie, they will. It's insane. It's crazy how anti-American liberals are. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy that like all of them are very like, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, this is insane that's where we are. Let's just censor this movie because it might influence the presidential election. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Oh my gosh. Weird. My neck hurts. I've been listening to Whistle While You Work, the original one, all morning. Whistle while you work. La 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 la. Phantom Wars for $5. What's up? How are you today? Here's $5. A thanks for saving Hypnotic. Also, hail the Bigot Army and the 199. Hell yeah. Hell Hypnotic. Hail the Bigot Army. Yeah, he almost did not make it to tier 2 yesterday. But I kept throwing dollar bills at him. I was like, come on, let's reach it. Let's get to Uwu Hypnotic. And he made it. He made it there in the last few minutes of his stream. It was good to see. He's trying to get to 30. So if you guys haven't subscribed or haven't really gone to support Hypnotic, make sure you do that. Yeah, he's trying to, I think he's on what? He's on like 26 now, right? 26 in a row. He's trying to get to 30 tier 2 levels. He's trying to get to 30 in a row. So, yeah. Went in there and helped. So, thank you. Thank you. Dave Chandler for $5. Rip Gina Rollins, 2-time Academy Award nominee. She played the older version of Rachel McAdams' character in The Notebook. I saw that, I think yesterday, right? Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I saw that yesterday. That was, yeah, that's sad. I wasn't looking, I was playing Overwatch. Yeah, I just read it. Just read it. Yes, Hail Hypnotic. Hypnotic is pretty cool. He's pretty cool. And he's actually, you know what? I like watching Hypnotic. He's very entertaining. I try to be inspired by how entertaining he is, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not as entertaining as Hypnotic, which is why I don't have 400 or 500 people watching me. I'm just not that entertaining. But he has a cool thing going there. He streams every single freaking day, which is crazy. For like 2 hours, like with his Hypnocast, it's doing really well. And that's pretty awesome. But he works really hard to find stuff to talk about every single day, every single Hypnocast. He works really hard to find all that stuff. So that's actually pretty cool. So if you aren't supporting Hypnotic yet, make sure you do that, because he works fucking hard. It's crazy. Dude, did you see that? Did you see this? Disney is like a true supervillain. No wonder they're making their supervillains, their villains, sympathetic, right? Because Disney is just that. They are a supervillain, and you have to that's why they're trying to change how people view villains, because they're a villainous company. Dead Woman's Estate rejects Disney's claim that the widow's Disney Plus membership means wrongful death lawsuit must be arbitrated. This is crazy. Does a Disney Plus membership keep you and your loved ones out of the court system in the event of an alleged Disney-related death? Look, when it comes to Disney and, when it comes to Disney, they have a very strict policy. If you haven't looked at the Disney iceberg, it's pretty crazy. Because they have this, no person has ever died at a Disney park, which is bullshit, because people have died at a Disney park, but they're not allowed to report that someone died at Disney. They wait to call time of death until after EMS has taken the people out of the park, and they call time of death either on the way to the hospital or at the hospital, right? So even though people have died at Disney, they will not call it until they've left the park, because they don't want the magical place on earth to have a stain on it, right? So that's a policy at Disney. Y'all should really check out the Disney iceberg. It's actually pretty crazy if you actually if you look and read about all of these things in regards to Disney. But this right here is such bad press for the House of Mouse, right? So let me start all over. Does a Disney Plus membership keep you and your loved ones out of the court system in the event of I'm getting the hiccups. Oh, dang it. I was hoping that I wouldn't get the hiccups during this stream. Shit. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I gotta start over. Ask that kid that got eaten by a gator about that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I'm done. I've been holding my breath. Yeah. Dang it. All right. Got it. Does a Disney Plus membership keep you and your loved ones out of the court system in the event of an alleged Disney-related death? That's what the mouse-themed entertainment company would have a court believe, and what a dead woman's family is fighting against. This person, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I don't want to disrespect them, and I'm looking at it and I know that I can't not pronounce it. But this doctor died in October 2023, allegedly because her meal at Disney World restaurant in Florida contained nuts and dairy, well-known allergens to which she was deathly allergic. Rather than contest the facts or litigate the merits of those allegations. However, Disney wants the case decided by their preferred arbitration organization. This result is mandated in this case, the company says, because Tang Swan's widower signed up for Disney Plus streaming service, and in doing so, signed a contract which agreed that any and all disputes with the company would be decided through the use of mandatory binding third-party arbitration. Look, this husband, it's not like this husband is seeking millions and millions of dollars, right? That's not what he is seeking. He's only seeking $50,000. That's it. He's only suing for $50,000. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. And this is their response to that. Like, it's clearly this restaurant that they went to, she asked if the meal had this in it, right? I'm sure that, like, if you suffer from food allergies and you've gotten used to asking, hey, does this have this in it? Because I'm allergic to this, right? I need to make sure that this meal doesn't have nuts and milk in it or something like that. It's not prepared in this type of a way because this is what I'm allergic to. You have to tell the wait staff that, because they can be held accountable if you have an allergic reaction or, die in their restaurant. So they take particular care to make sure that the food that you order doesn't have the allergies. They write it down. They make sure that the meals aren't being prepared incorrectly, because that could lead to a lawsuit. But unfortunately, that's what this led to. They accidentally prepared the meal incorrectly, and this wife died as a result of that. So now they're suing because they were told, hey, we can't have this in our food because it has allergies, but they still ended up dying. They completely they didn't prepare the food correctly. So they want, they want them to be held accountable for it. And he's only suing for $50,000. And the fact that this is they're saying, sorry, you can't sue us because you had a Disney Plus subscription way back when. It's giving Disney villain. Like, this is a villainous company. They don't give a shit about you. Attorneys for the deceased woman's estate are in turn imploring a judge to reject what they call incredible argument. They say Disney's position would mean that anyone who signs up for a Disney Plus free trial will have forever waived the right to a jury trial enjoyed by them and any future estate to which they are associated. Yeah. You sign up for Disney Plus, just a free trial, right? I'm pretty sure when Disney Plus launched, you got a free trial like with a certain mobile phone plan. like you got a free trial of Disney Plus with your phone plan subscription, right? Like, but because you got that free trial, that means that if anything happens to you at a Disney park or anything happens to your loved one at a Disney park, sorry, we can't be held accountable because you got a free plan. You got a free 1-year trial of Disney Plus with your phone plan. That is insane. That is crazy. They say Disney's, I already read that part. As Law and Crime previously reported, Jeffrey Piccolo filed a wrongful death lawsuit in Orange County Circuit Court in February. Piccolo, his mother, and Tang Swan ate at the Raglan Road Irish pub. So this is saying what happened. At Disney Springs on the evening of August 5th, 2023. The trio only chose the restaurant in question because both Disney and staff there made it repeatedly and abundantly clear that Raglan Road had proper safeguards to protect patrons from food allergies, as Tang Swan was highly allergic to dairy and nuts. So they were made well aware that, hey, this spot right here, they will take care of you, right? Raglan Road advertises and represents to the public that food allergies and or the accommodations of persons with food allergies is a top priority, and that patrons or guests may consult with a chef or special diets trained cast member before placing an order. And at all times material, plaintiff relied upon these representations in selecting Disney Springs Raglan Road for dinner. So it's very well represented, very well advertised by Disney that Raglan Road is the place to go and will accommodate any and all people with food allergies, because that is a top priority. So top priority that they have a diet trained cast member who works there to make sure that your meal is prepared properly. But no, nope. You signed up for a Disney Plus account, so we can't be held accountable when, when we fail in providing those accommodations for you. That's crazy. That is insane. I can't believe that happened. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so like villainous of them, isn't it? It's a Disney villain thing. That is crazy. That is insane. He's only seeking $50,000. Seriously, that's how much he's seeking. That's how much he sued for. $50,000. That's it. Wow. And for them to be like, nope, you signed up for a Disney Plus account. Like, you can't sue us. You waived your rights doing that. We're not responsible to anything that happens to you at Disney Park or, any affiliated places with Disney. That is crazy. Gosh. Disney just has such bad press lately. I don't even fucking care because I don't like Disney, right? But my God, this is such Disney villain behavior. Dave Chandler for $5. These corporate suits are miles apart from Walt. Yes. He probably would have sent a check and a signed letter with his personal condolences. Crisis over. Yeah, miles apart from Walt. Like, Walt, he was a businessman, right? But he also knew that like things like this make for bad press. Why would you make it worse by doing something like this? My gosh. As Mermaid Man would say, evil. TD. Hi, TD. I can't believe that's so insane. That's so insane. Ever tried chopping up the nerdy news into individual video topics? Yeah, I've thought about doing that, but I'm like, maybe I'll do it this time. Maybe I'll do it with this stream. Maybe I'll chop up these into individual topics. That could be fun. That could be good for content, right? I've thought about it. I've thought about doing that, like with this one, with Talk Nerdy. I think I've done that with Talk Nerdy a couple of times. I put out 2 videos, like chop that up and put out videos. I was thinking about like doing that with Talk Nerdy as well. Or not Talk Nerdy. What am I talking about? TikTok Talks. I've cut out 2 TikTok topics before and put them on my channel. I've thought about doing that, but like I don't know. I never do. Maybe I'll do it this time. I never do it. Just because I'm editing for other people. So I kind of like put myself on the back burner, which is something that I shouldn't do, but I still do that. Maybe I will. I don't know. Look at that ad. I guess we know why Steph always crashes her car. What was the ad? I didn't even see it. What was the ad? Do it. That's a good idea. Edit for yourself. I know. I know. I edit for other people, so Disney is never getting another dollar from me. Well, yeah. They're evil. That was the ad? Medical Mary Jane. I didn't even know. I didn't even look. I kind of like glanced over at it, but I didn't know what it was. So I was just like, meh, I don't know what it is. I didn't know what it was. I had no clue. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Kamala Harris praised Joe Biden in a recent event, and some are thinking she sounds drunk. What do you think? Let's listen. We're gonna listen to this. Let's see. Does she sound drunk? Because that's all the topics I have. So let's listen to this.
Our extraordinary President Joe Biden. The way her mouth moved when she said extraordinary. Our extraordinary President Joe Biden. The way her mouth moved when she said that.
Look at her mouth. It's like crooked.
Extraordinary President Joe Biden. And he's going to speak in a minute, but there's a lot of love in this room for our president.
Is gonna speak in a minute, but I love our president. She's a little slurry. She's a little slurry. She's a little slurry.
Our extraordinary President Joe Biden.
She's a little slurry. Maybe she is. I don't know. I don't know. She's a little slurry. I think that she just speaks weird, dude. I think she just speaks weird. She could be fucking wasted. She could be wasted. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I sound when I like drink on stream. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed now. Like that. That's how I sound when I drink on stream. So she could very well be drunk, but I honestly think that she just talks weird. I think that she speaks to a crowd as if the crowd is 6 years old. Okay, that's how she speaks to a crowd. Mind you, this is an idiot speaking to a bunch of people, right? She's already an idiot, but the way she talks to a crowd is very like she speaks to them as if they're fucking preschoolers. It's like she speaks very slow with with like very basic vocabulary. And I think that I don't think she's drunk. I think that that's just how she's speaking to the crowd. But it's funny that my drunk sounds like Kamala Harris is sober. Disparu says, I think low IQ just sounds like drunkenness. Yeah, I think that that's just how she talks.
Our extraordinary President Joe Biden. And he's going to speak in a minute, but there's a lot of love in this room for our president.
Yeah, I'm gonna at you. I'm gonna at you. I'm gonna at you because you gross, okay? You nasty. You stop it right now. This is why you date girls that have the Squidward laugh, okay? You need to stop. Stop right now, Lewis. Stop right now. Yeah, this is how I sounded on Valentine's Day last year.
Extraordinary president, our extraordinary president, our extraordinary president.
Yeah, I will never forgive the chat for getting me fucking wasted on Valentine's Day. That was a very hard stream to do. But yeah, I think that she's just an idiot. She speaks very slowly to make sure that she doesn't screw up her words, and she talks to people like they're in preschool. So that I don't think that she's drunk. I think that she's just an idiot. That was pretty funny though. I'm extraordinary president. Oh my god. Look at her. Look at what Hypnotic says. No, that's just her normal voice. It's the sound of a retard. Oh my gosh. All right. I am done. All right. We've reached the 2-hour mark. We're a little over 2 hours. Let me see. Oops. Why did I go there? God, I need to get this off my screen. Oh shit. All right, Jeremy's streaming. Oh yeah, he was going live early today. Jeremy streaming. And so is Critical Drinker. So you have those two streams to go to. Critical Drinker is talking about Borderlands, Snow White, and Paramount collapsing. So I recommend Critical Drinker because like that's what we were talking about. But if you want to watch something political, Jeremy is streaming too. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. Steph is I got broken. I'm doing there. Our extraordinary president. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to get going. You guys go to either Jeremy or Critical Drinker because they're both streaming. I might stream later on today on Kick and Twitch. I'm not sure yet. I might do that. We'll see. We'll see if I have time. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, everybody. Mwah!